started. So this is there in 32nd verse or 33rd verse. So I'll show that first and then we'll go into the chapter. When I read that, it was very astonishing and very amazing. So this is 32nd verse. Prithu of great fame should perform only 99 sacrifices. What is to be gained by well performed sacrifices, since you know the path of liberation? So Brahmaji is telling him actually. This is now 33rd verse. So this is the verse he is telling. Brahmaji is speaking. Naivatmane Mahendraya Rosham Mahartum Arhasi Bhavapi hi Bhadram te Uttama Shloka Vigrahau. Lord Brahma continued, let there be good fortune for both of you. So who are these both? Brahmaji is speaking to both. Indra is there. Means if it is about Indra, and he is speaking to Prithu especially now. So both of you. Why is saying good fortune to both of you? For you and the king Indra, both are part and parcel of Supreme Personality of Godhead. Therefore, you should not be angry with Indra, who is non-different from you. So, why he is saying that? Because Yajna, who was Indra at that time, was also avatar of Lord only. And Prithu Maharaj is also Shaktavesh avatar. Right? So that's what he's saying here. So that's why Brahmaji is telling, my dear Prithu Maharaj, please stop doing 99 sacrifice. So Prithu Maharaj, and he is telling Prithu Maharaj only, you are also incarnation, Shaktavesh, and Yajna, who was Indra at this point, he is also Leela avatar. Yajna is a Leela avatar actually. So both, because he is non-different from you, since both are avatars of Lord. So this point has to be understood, that this all pastime is enacted by the Lord with some purpose. Right? What is that purpose? To show the symptoms of people who are attached to karma. So this is all three incarnations. So see, when who is stealing the horse is also Lord, Leela Avatar Yajna. Prithu Maharaj is also Lord who is trying to kill him. And when he stops doing sacrifices, Lord Vishnu directly appears. So there are all three lords only instructing. So Lord Vishnu instructs Prithu Maharaj. And rather he can say, you can say chastises him. So why Lord is enacting this pastime so graphically? So the whole purpose is here. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur gives in the 28th verse. That what is the purpose of this pastime? So you can see here. Yeah. Though this particular Indra was an avatar of Lord and the previous were not materialist, they spoke in this way to show the nature of those who are following karma. Even intelligent person become blind on this path. This is number one lesson. As Brahma become blinded by lust, so this is another pastime. He is just comparing. Shiva becomes blinded by anger, so the nature of Indra, who is avatar of Vishnu, is revealed to have envy and crookedness. So this is one of the purposes of Lord, to show that in the path of karma, person becomes blind even if he is very intelligent. So the priest executed the instruction to show this. So that is the whole purpose of this pastime, which is enacted by the law.
Prabhuji, can I ask a quick question?
Yes, Prabhu.
Prabhuji, so is this the same Indra, the incarnation of Lord, who is Shatachakshu? He also did that
Yeah,
pastime?
that law, that's what now Brahmaji is good. Only Brahmaji knows this. That's Indra, this is also, you are also Lord, Prithvi is also Lord. And both of you, let there be auspiciousness for both of you, because both of you are the Supreme Lord only, avatar of Supreme Lord. One is Shaktayesh avatar and one is Leela avatar. And then actual Vishnu manifests there. Hmm?
So
After
one,
after he
yeah.
stops the sacrifice.
So one last question:
So
are all
he is
Indras
only doing this.
Shatachakshu? Like means that does all Indra have that same thing like Gautama Muni? Like
No, 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 no. Not always Indra is Supreme Lord's incarnation.
other Indras also have,
Yeah.
huh?
Huh?
No, but what I'm asking is, are all
Hmm.
Indras
Hmm.
having Shatachakshu? That means, do they have that same set of pastimes that have happened in the past? Or
No,
different
no, no.
Indras will have different.
Actually, that's what different in the whatever we see Bhagavatam, they're not that one person is doing all these problems. There are
Oh,
different Indras. But some are same, like yesterday what we discussed about Govardhan Leela Indra and Parijat Indra, that is same person. Okay? Because that is
oh,
current Indra, right now. Current, our Indra. But this Indra, what we are seeing now, is not our Indra. Our Indra is Purandar. This Indra is Yajna. So every Manvantara, Indra changes, right?
yes, correct.
So that's how, because Indra is a post. So we cannot just put all the pastimes of Indra and say that, this is all done by one person. No. There are different Indras. It's like
So
Radheshampu once, I think Shriman Shankar Pandit Pu gave a brilliant class on this.
okay.
On the same, like he taught many lessons from Indra's many mistakes actually.
Mhm.
And of course, at the end, he told a very nice story narrated by Jayapatak Swami Maharaj, Param Pujya. So then he asked for comment or question. Then there was a nice question on brilliant class it was, like as usual, Shankar Pandit Pu's class. So Radheshampu raised hand and he commented and he said the same thing. Actually, sometimes we speak about Indra and tell that he was lusty, he was angry, he was envious. But actually, these are all different personalities. It's like, he was giving example. Sometimes you hear this temple president did something, this temple president that did something. So it is not one person, there are different people doing different things. So, and then he glorified Indra by saying that actually Indra, when Narad Muni stopped Indra by and demigods by telling that, this Kayadu is having a great Mahabhagat in his heart, womb. So immediately Indra agreed and just circumambulated. Although it was very challenging for them actually. Because, can you imagine, the father is like this, how son will be? So they wanted to kill the son. But as soon as Narad Muni told, so they are quite, most of the time they are quite well. They are engaged in their service. But the mistakes are told in Bhagavatam, but that doesn't make their personality like that all the time. Hmm? So like that Radheshambu commented. So that way, because we cannot ascribe all the mistakes to one person. Hmm. Okay. Yes. Yes, you wanted to say something more? Ramkishore Babu. Hare Krishna. You wanted to say something more, bro? You are saying
No,
something.
no. Yeah, that's it. Thank you, bro. Yeah, my connection got lost a little bit.
So I was sharing about Radheshyam Babu's comment that he said these are all different personalities. So we have
Yeah.
to be
I got
clear.
that point.
It's not their personalities like always they are like this one. No, most of the time they are responsibly doing their service, and yeah, they are having both desires that they want to serve Lord and they want to have some facility for themselves. So that is the case. So this particular Indra is special Indra who is stealing horse again and again, and he's not just stealing. You will see today. He is stealing and he's showing some sannyasi clothes. So different sampradayas were started through him. So Lord is creating all these facilities for insincere people. Just as Shankaracharya, through Shankaracharya, he created one philosophy of Mayavad, right? So like that. So this is a very unique pastime in itself. So that was very astonishing. When I read also, na, only Brahmaji knows what is happening here. The Lord is doing what he is doing. So Brahmaji only said, Arey, both of you are incarnations only. So be the needful now. Yes, so 10th verse is over. And yes, we discussed this. The defects of material life are so strong that due to contamination, King Indra becomes envious of incarnation of God. So this material world and material world is filled with such flux or the flow of inappropriate vibrations or association, and it can affect us also. So we have to be very careful and protected because modes are always in competition. So text 11. चरमेणाश्वमेधेन यजमाने यजुष्पति वैन्ययज्ञपशुं स्पर्धन् उपवाहतिरोहितः अपवाहतिरोहितः. Yeah. So someone who has not read yesterday maybe can be reading today. Yes, Mother Shiromani. Yes, Mataji, please read Shiromani Radhika.
Hare Krishna. When Prithu was sorry, when Prithu was performing the last horse sacrifice,
Mataji,
Ashwamedh
11th. Yes, sorry, correct.
Yajna, Indra, invisible to everyone, stole the horse intended for sacrifice. He did this because of his great envy of King Prithu.
So he stole envious Indra with an invisible form. So first he came as invisible. So Prabhupada explains about his name. Shatakrutu means one who. So this is the qualification to become Indra. If someone performs 100 Ashwamedha Yagyas, he becomes qualified to become Indra. So that's how the Shatakrutu, his sign is like that. Shakra, he does. Shakra, short form. Shakra means Shatakrutu. His initials. So this already we discussed, whatever we highlighted. Only thing is making him invisible, he stole the horse. And he impeded. So what happened further? Tamatrir Bhagavan Naikshat Twaramanam Vihayasa Amuktam Iva Pakhandam Yodharme Dharma Vibhramaha.
When King Indra was taking away the horse, he dressed himself to appear as a liberated person. Actually, this dress was a form of cheating, for it falsely created an impression of religion. When Indra went into outer space in this way, the great sage Atri saw him and understood the whole situation.
Yeah, so Tam Atrihi Aikshat, he could see. Why Atri could see? Because he was, of course, Atri was also powerful. We saw Atri Muni, whose son is Dattatreya, and he did austerities. Very great sage. So he could understand that who is doing this. And he saw that he is running very fast. Twaramanam Vihayasa. In outer space, he saw. Then he could understand situation. So he falsely created an impression of religion. It's what Amuktam Iva Pakhandam. So this was the person who is Amuktam Iva. He was not Amuktam, like a liberated person, but imposter. Because envy is there. And he considered this stealing to be dharma. So this Indra, he created this kind of ideology where people think adharma to be dharma. So this is tamoguni religion, tamoguni intelligence actually. In Bhagavad Gita also, it is defined that one who considers dharma to be adharma and adharma to be dharma is tamoguni buddhi. What is the rajoguni buddhi? One who is confused about dharma. On sattva gun, he understands what is dharma. Right? That's why. So adharma to be dharma. So people started following. So he was fleeing quickly. How he was wearing? He was wearing dress of a heretic, like armor. So by him there was an illusion of dharma with that with what was actually there. So Prabhupada further elaborates that Indra took up saffron colored dress as a way of cheating others. So there he was invisible, but then he showed his color. Right? So this saffron dress has been misused by many impostors who present themselves as liberated persons or incarnation of God. In this way, people are cheated. So these four defects are eternally present in all living entities and they are conditioned. So there is tendency to cheat also, right? So even Indra is not liberated from this tendency. So only by Sharanagati we can go beyond these four defects and by following four regulative principles. The saffron dress worn by a sannyasi announces to the world that he has renounced all worldly affairs and simply engaged in service of love. So that is the case. And he defines who is a sannyasi from Bhagavad Gita. One who has no attachment to enjoying the fruits of action. He is actual sannyasi. So consciousness of sannyasi actually. Prabhupada writes there that it is not that person may not be a sannyasi externally, but he is in consciousness is sannyasi. So Srila Prabhupada even told many sannyasis about Paramahansa Gopal Krishna Maharaj when he was in his Grihastha life. And he would donate so much money, entire whole thing he would give. So Prabhupada said to sannyasi that he is real sannyasi. So that's the consciousness actually, easier said than done. Everything he would give to Prabhupada. Can you imagine what kind of Sharanagati it was? And we see that Sharanagati had such an amazing dedicated service which cannot be imagined actually to be done by so many devotees. So Prabhupada then says that such people were existing that time also, not just now. It is existing since Prithu Maharaj sacrifice. This cheating was very foolishly introduced by King Indra. In some ages, such cheating is very prominent, and on the other ages, it is not so prominent. But it is always existing. That's the point. Kali Yuga, it is very much prominent. And it was not there so much prominent when Prithu Maharaj was. So then Mahaprabhu warns about sannyasis. Prabhupada quotes sannyasira alpa chidra sarva loka kar. So unless one is very sincere and serious, he should not take up the order of sannyas. It is better not to take up sannyas in this age of Kali because provocations are very strong in this age. Only a very exalted person, advanced in spiritual understanding, should attempt to take sannyas. One should not adopt this order as a means of livelihood for some material purpose. So this is extremely important to understand actually. That qualification is important, not what you get. So Prabhupada times also, Prabhupada, when he wrote purports in 1977-76, so many of these sannyasis, because Prabhupada was in the creation phase, so he gave sannyas to many young people. And so depending on everyone's sincerity and seriousness, they dedicatedly serve Prabhupada. But some of them could not continue. But Prabhupada was still telling them that, okay, you continue fighting with Maya. Even if you are not able to continue, you get married, but continue your fight with Maya. In Gajendra section, Prabhupada says that. So here he is warning in third canto, right? Rather fourth canto is warning, right? That it's a very serious business and one has to introspect, one has to see. And the qualities are given in Bhagavatam, everywhere it's given, right? In Bhagavad Gita also. What is that? Abhayam, Sattva Shamshuddhim, Jnana Yoga Vyavastita. So these three are the qualification of sannyas. And they are quite internal. They are not externally, they are not external accomplishment, number of devotees, number of temples, number of books. They may be there, may not be there. But what should be there is these three things. Abhayam, Sattva Samshuddhim, and Jnana Yoga. And of course, the foundational is not want to enjoy the fruits of the result. That is the foundational one. So that's how Prabhupada is saying. Very sincere and serious. That is necessary. And that shows the exaltedness. So they should attempt to take sannyasis. And then he is pointing that it should not be done for livelihood, neither it should be done for material purpose. That one gets facilities, one gets opportunities, not for that. Sannyas is only for preaching purpose. That too, the greatest preaching is to please spiritual masters and parampara. And that purpose one can take, not any other purpose, with blessings of them. So Prabhupada is warning here, writing a big purport. Text 30. अत्रीणाचोदितो हन्तुं पृथुपुत्रो महारथः अन्वधावत संकृष्ट तिष्ठतिष्ठेति चाब्रवीत्. Continue.
When the son of King Prithu was informed by Atri of King Indra's trick, he immediately became very angry and followed Indra to kill him, calling, "Wait, wait."
Yeah. So now Atri Muni came to know what is happening. So immediately he gave instructions to Prithu Maharaj's son that go and kill him. Can you imagine? He is directly told to kill, not even catch. What he told? Kill him. Atrina chodito hantum. So, inspired by Atri Muni to kill Prithuputru, who was Maharatha, very, very skilled son of King Prithu. So he went behind him and said, wait, wait, tishta, tishta, cha abravit. So now, having heard that, so Prabhupada, actually see, previous purport Prabhupada writes how he was dressed as sannyas. Now he is writing a Kshatriya cannot run away from battle. So he is saying, wait, wait, means what? A true Kshatriya will not attack from behind. Right? So his son was a true Kshatriya. In spite of he got instruction, he didn't attack him because he was running away. So he was saying, Tishta, Tishta. A real Kshatriya does not kill his enemy from behind, nor does a real Kshatriya turn his back on battlefield. So Indra was not following that. So although King Indra was very exalted, being king of heaven, he became degraded due to his stealing horse intended for sacrifice. Therefore, he fled without observing Kshatriya principle. And the son of Prithu had challenged him with the words Tishta Tishta. So you stop and fight with me. So he didn't follow that also. Text 14. So just one thing. Recently, actually, one great sannyasi had a challenge. So that should make every one of us very careful actually and very cautious. And of course, we should respect them, but we have to see how powerful is this external energy of love. Can you imagine at the age of 80 person? So that shows that Shurasya Dara Nishita Durattera. Durgam Patastat Kavayo Vadanti. So this path of bhakti, path of pure devotional service is not like cakewalk. The tests will come at all levels. What to speak of our level? Their level also test comes. Can you imagine? So the point is the fight should continue. That is what is important. Whatever mistakes can happen. So text 14 now. Tam tadrishaकृतिं वीक्ष मेने धर्मं शरीरिणं जटिलं भस्मसाच्छन्नं तस्मै बाणं न मुञ्चति.
King Indra was fraudulently dressed as a sannyasi, having knocked his hair on his head and smeared ashes all over his body. Upon seeing such dress, the son of King Prithu considered Indra a religious man and pious sannyasi. Therefore, he did not release his arrows.
Yeah. So now what he did, see, he dressed himself like a sannyasi and having, jata and everything. and all ashes were there because he has seen this. So when our king of Prithu, son, he saw that dress, he thought that, अरे ये तो धार्मिक आदमी है, the pious sannyasi, religious man. So he refrained from killing him. Although Atri Muni told him to kill, the son of King Prithu refrained because he was cultured. Arey, how can I kill a person who is like this? Pious religious sannyasi. This the person with the dress must be following dharma somewhat from seeing Shiva. Some dharma he must be following. I should not send my arrows. वधानिवृत्तं तं भूयो हन्ते वेरित्र चोदयत् जहि यज्ञहनं तात महेन्द्रं विबुधाधदम्.
When Atri Muni saw that the son of King Prithvi did not kill Indra but returned deceived by him, Atri Muni again instructed him to kill the heavenly king because he thought that Indra had become the lowliest and all demigods due to his impeding the execution of King Prithu's sacrifice.
Yeah, so Atri Muni understood, Arey, why you are getting diverted? This is Indra only. He is what? Mahendram Vibudha Adhamam. This is saying the lowest. He has taken such a wrong, way. Jahi, kill him. Why? Yajnahanam. Hey son, Tata, please kill him. So that's what he was inspiring him to kill. Because he saw that he came back. He came back. So no, you should kill him. Evam vanyasutam proktam tvaramanam vihayasa anvadravat adhikruddho ravanam gridharadiva.
Being thus informed, the grandson of King Vena immediately began to follow Indra, who was fleeing through the sky in great haste. He was very angry with him and he chased him just as the king of the vultures chased Ravana.
Yeah. So again now, son of Prithu Maharaj started running behind him. Right? And he chased him and very fast. So again, because he was instructed again, so again he started running. An analogy is given like Jatayu was running or flying very hastily towards Ravan and Ravana was carrying Sita. So Ashwarupam cha tad dhitva tasma antarhita swarat veera swama swapam shrumadaya pituryadne mupeyivan. Yeah.
When Indra saw that the son of Prithu was chasing him, he immediately abandoned his false dress and left the horse. Indeed, he disappeared from that very spot, and the great hero, the son of Maharaja Prithu, returned the horse to his father's sacrificial arena.
Yeah. So now, when Indra saw, he became fearful. So he gave up his false dress and left the horse also. And he antarhitaha, means he dissatisfied. Or not, he got antarhit means he was not visible. Right? So immediately the great hero is Prithu Maharaja's son. He brought the horse back.
Prabhuji,
Hare Krishna.
in the previous verse, it was said in the 16,
Hmm.
chased him just as the king of vultures chased Ravana. So it is
Hmm.
about Jatayu, right?
Yes, Prabhu. It is Jatayu only, na?
Yeah.
Yes. You see,
Okay.
king of vultures. So Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is telling Jatayu. Prabhupada is just mentioning. It's Jatayu only. Jatayu was so hastily approaching Ravana, like that he approached. Yes. So then what happened? So he brought the horse back. And now he got a name for that special Vijitashva. That's the next verse. Tatasya chadbhutam karma vikshaya paramarshaya namadheyam dudustasmai Vijitashva iti prabhu.
My dear Lord Vidura, when the great sages observed the wonderful prowess of the son of King Prithu, they all agreed to give him the name Vijitashva.
Yeah, one who has won the horse. That is Vijitashva. So they were all happy to give him the name. Now what Indra does, again he will do the same thing. Upasrujya tamastivram jaharamsya punarharihi shashalayupataschanno hiranyarashanam vibhu.
My dear Vidura, Indra, being the king of heaven and very powerful, immediately brought a dense darkness upon the sacrificial arena, covering the whole scene. In this way, he again took away the horse, which was chained with golden shackles, near the wooden instrument where animals were sacrificed.
Yeah. So again he took the horse. So he thought now horse is back, now sacrifice can go on. Again Indra stole. So how he did this time? He created darkness. And the horse was tied up. So near the that place where animals are killed. So well Ashwamedha Yajna, right? So he was tied with a golden rope which cannot be cut. So he removed it from the ring, from the post, and again stole the horse. Atrihi sandarshayamasa twaramanam vihayasa kapalakadvadharam viro kapalakatvangadharam viro nainamavadhata.
The great sage Atri again pointed out the son of King Prithu that Indra was fleeing through the sky. The great hero, the son of Prithu, chased him again, but when he saw that Indra was carrying in his hand a staff with a skull
Ah.
at the top and was again wearing the dress of sannyasi, he still chose not to kill him.
Yeah, so this second time, now Atri Muni came to know this fellow is the same one. But now he is having a different dress. So these are different sampradayas he's starting at. So you will see that in one purport ahead. So this time his description is what? He is having this, staff and skull around, like a sannyasi one. And again, son of Prithu was told you chase him and told him to kill, but again he now this actually Vijitashva's nature is like mild natured person. He is even if he is instructed to kill, he is little mild nature. He will refrain from killing if the horse is given back. Right? So that's what happens. He refrained from killing. Here, in second case also. अत्रिडाचोदितस्तस्मै सन्ददे विशिखं वृषा सोऽश्वरूपं च तद्धित्वा तथा अवान्तर्हितः स्वराट्. Now someone else can read verses. Yes, anyone else please read. Yes, Mataji, you can read. Sachi Sundari Mami.
Yes, Prabhu. When the great sage Atri again gave directions, the son of King Prithu became very angry and placed an arrow on his bow. Upon seeing this, King Indra immediately abandoned the false dress of a sannyasi and giving up the horse made himself invisible.
Yeah. So again, son of King Puthu angry, he placed a arrow. Seeing this, Indra abandoned graves. Again, he left the horse and become invisible. Chasavam upadaya chashu pitruyajnam athavrajat tathavadhyam hare rupam jagruhu jnana durbalah. Yes, continue.
Then the great hero Vijitashva, the son of King Prithu, again took the horse and returned to his father's sacrificial arena. Since that time, certain men with a poor fund of knowledge have adopted the dress of a false sannyasi. It was King Indra who introduced this.
So imagine this falsity was introduced by Indra. Right? So that's what is written. So foolish people think that because Indra was not killed by Pruthut's son, they also cannot be killed. Hmm? So like that they say, and they start doing all nonsense. Starting their own sampradaya which propagated ideas to spoil sacrifice, they decide to define the goal as powers, like stealing others' wealth and disappearing as their goal. So Prabhupada right. A type of pseudo sannyas was introduced by Indra, imagine, when he tried to hide himself from attack of Vijitashva. Now there are many different types of sannyasis. Some of them go naked, some of them generally known as Kapalika, carry the skull and trident, right? One of them. All of them were introduced under the same meaningless circumstances. And those who have poor fund of knowledge accept these sannyasis and their pretenses, although they are not bona fide guides for spiritual advancement. So cheaters will go to cheated, right? That's the point Prabhupada says here. Yeah, 23rd verse. Yani rupani jagruhe indro haya jhirshaya tani papasya khandani lingam khandam mihochate. Yes, continue.
Whatever different forms Indra assumed as a mendicant because of his desire to seize the horse were symbols of atheistic philosophy.
Yeah. So lingam khandam mihochate. So these are all things created by Indra. So this person are called Pakhanda. Whatever different forms, Yani Rupani Jagruhe accepted by Indra for sake of stealing the horse, they became the acharyas actually for this Apasampradaya. So meaning of Pakhanda is told here. So the sannyas has to be accepted in parampara, but it is not done. At present moment, however, many so-called sannyasis or mendicants have no understanding of God consciousness. Such sannyas was introduced by Indra of his jealousy of Maharaj Puthu. So that kind of superficial sannyas. And what he introduced is again appearing in the age of Kali. So that's what is happening now. Anyone is taking any. Practically none of the sannyasis in this age are bona fide. No one can introduce a new system into the Vedic way of life. If one does not, out of malice, he is known to be Pashindi. So right now it is all the more all pervading. 24-25. एवम् इन्द्रे हरत्यं च वैन्ययज्ञाजिघांसया तद्गृहीतविसृष्टेषु पाखण्डेषु मतिर्नृणां धर्म इत्य उपधर्मेषु नग्नरक्तपटादिषु प्रायेण सज्जते भ्रान्त्या पेशलेषु च वाग्मीषु. Yeah, this is
In this way, King Indra, in order to steal the horse from King Prithu's sacrifice, adopted several orders of sannyas. Some sannyasis go naked, and sometimes they wear red garments and pass under the name of Kapalika. These are simply symbolic representations of their sinful activities. These so called sannyasis are very much appreciated by sinful men because they are all godless atheists and very expert in putting forward arguments and reasons to support their case. We must know, however, that they are only passing as adherents of religion and are not so in fact. Unfortunately, bewildered persons accept them as religious and being attracted to them, they spoil their life.
so it is warning here, right? Bewildered person follows such wrong examples. So what all things he started, you see. The foolish became attracted to clothing, so externals, which Indra accepted and later rejected. Naked refers to Jains, so very clearly he says. So See, this thing has started from imitating one sadhu. Who is that? Rishabdev. In fifth canto, you'll read that. So they follow certain principles. However, it's not full. So Jainism means there is Shunyavad, right? So wearing red clothes means Buddhist. And Adi is also showed, na, there. So multiple types is given here. Adi refers to followers of Shiva who carry skull and other as well. So that's how these different kinds of people are explained here. So Upadharma is spoken here. So there are 6 types of adharma given in which canto? This is mostly 7 canto or 11 canto. So that comes there. Upadharma, Chaladharma, Vidharma. So these are all different types of adharma. So this is there in 7 canto. Now whatever section is going on in NVCC is in that section only. I'm just showing that. Yeah. So you see, I'm just showing what is right and what is wrong both. See, Bhaktivinoda Thakur wrote a book telling which are apasampradayas, right? 13 apasampradayas and their philosophy. I was wondering why he has to write that book, and means so because externally things appear same, but what is the ideology? Different. So that's why what is religion and what is not religion. So विधर्म परधर्मश्च आभास उपमाचलः अधर्मशाखः पंचेम धर्मज्ञो धर्मवत्यजेत. So one who is dharmajna, he will faithfully give up these wrong practices. So dharmigya adharmavat tajit. Just as he gives up adharma, he gives up vidharma, paradharma, abhas dharma, upama dharma, and charadharma. So these are from adharma shakha, 5 different branches of irreligion. So what is that? That is the next line. Dharmabadho vidharmasyat paradharmo anyachoditāh upadharmastu pakhando dambho va shabdamichalaha. So what is vidharma? Is that which obstructs the execution of one's dharma.
Detecting greenwashing is so much product.
Dharma badha.
Detecting
Then
greenwashing.
what is Hare Krishna?
वो जो बोलते हैं ना कि हमारे प्रोडक्ट ऑर्गेनिक है.
So please mute yourself. So yeah, I was showing this thing. So next verse is telling what is what. So vidharma means to perform others' acts which destroy dharma. Perform acts which destroy dharma. That is vidharma. Paradharma means perform another's duties. So that's why paradharma bhayavaha. 2 times Krishna is telling. What is that verse? So this verse also comes twice in Bhagavad Gita. Apart from man mana bhava bhakta. So don't do others' duty even if you can do expertly. But do your duty even if with faults, because it will lead to liberation gradually. But doing others' duty itself is a sin. Upadharma means advertising oneself as a follower of dharma. So advertise. Dharma, actually, this is called Damba. Damba by Srila Bhakti Baladev Vidyabhush. So what is that? Damba means dharmikatva khyataye dharma anushtanam. So just to show the flag, one does dharma. Right? So that is upadharma, advertising oneself. So the ambikta is that as follower of dharma. May not be following but advertising on. While actually rejecting Vedas, that is upadharma. And chaladharma means interpreting the words of scripture incorrectly. Shabda bit chalaha. So these are all so to say, apparently religious people, but they are doing wrong. So Narad Muni is telling this at the end of 15th chapter of 7th canto. At the end of Varnashram section, he is telling this. Right? So here there is word used, so I thought of sharing. So Upadharma. So Prabhupada wrote all this thing in previous purport only, right? These are different things he started. Buddhism, Jainism, that kind of followers. Shiva's followers, all. Text 26. Tad abhijnaya bhagavan prathu indraya kupito bhanam adajat adattodhyataka mukaha. Yes, please.
Maharaj Prithu, who was celebrated as very powerful, immediately took up his bow and arrows and prepared to kill Indra himself because Indra had introduced such irregular sannyasa orders.
Yeah. So now Prathu Maharaj understood what he is doing. Indraya Kupito Bhanam. Now he himself took the bow. He thought that Atri Muni is telling my son, and my son is soft. I will have to take things in my hand only. Because what? Adatya Udyata Karmakaha. He has taken up he took the vow to punish Indra. And Prithu is known as Prithu Parakrama. Celebrated as powerful, right? And so this is the duty of a king. That's what Prabhupada elaborates in the 26th purport. So he has to establish dharma. And adharma is there, he has to punish. So that's what is very important. So currently that is applied very nicely. I heard in some part of some states where a lot of adharma was happening. So very strong actions were taken. So then that creates proper situation, at least for some time, right? And people even fear. But now what is happening, Prabhupada is saying, unfortunately, they are cowards who declare secular state. Such a mentality is way of compromising religious and irreligious system. But because of this, citizens are generally become uninterested in spiritual advancement. Thus, the situation deteriorates to such an extent that human society becomes hellish. So, on the name of secularism, they are not following any dharma. So, secular means all are following all dharma, but its application is happening wrong. They have removed the prayers, they have removed the culture of tilak, and so many things on the name of secularism. But that is not secularism, actually. We have seen in some schools also. On the name of secularism, they don't allow us to take this BG contest also. We say, no, we don't, we are secular. So means they are keeping everyone in ignorance. The society becomes hellish. Yes, bro.
Yeah. This, when they say saffron, especially connected to sannyasi, does it also mean saffron brahmacharis?
Actually, where the point is the
In modern Kali Yuga, I'm saying.
seen like that. So who brought this color? That is Bhaktivedanta Saraswati Thakur. Why he got this color to brahmacharis? Because it was not there for brahmacharis earlier. Actually, brahmacharis would wear white, actually not even white, the deer skin, and they will stay in Guru's ashram only. So this introduction of saffron to brahmacharis who are not at the level of sannyas is by Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. And what was the purpose? Purpose was to preach Krishna consciousness. And how preaching is accomplished? Because people will respect. And when respect is there, people will hear. So,
see, but modern people, you are right, exactly correct what you said. But modern people, if you like, you might also go for book distribution. They'll say, "Arey Maharaj, yeah, okay," like this. So saffron, as they see, they always treat it like Maharaj or sannyasi or very
exactly. Yes, and some village and all like that they say. Some places they say like that. Yes, very
So,
true.
so my point is true. Then all those brahmacharis also, maybe ISKCON, maybe outside one, because they're wearing saffron, they will also, I mean to say, those who are not properly following the principles, they will also come in this category in that.
Exactly. That's what. Very much. That's why this is very much warning. Only the difference is sannyasi takes a vow that I will not do these things. So for him to fall down is like very, very dangerous. Or it's like vomiting, eating the vomit like that it is for Vantash. But a brahmachari, if if he falls down, that is a different thing. Okay. But people may say that. But because we know the principles in ISKCON, the way Prabhupada, actually Prabhupada is so broad-minded that Prabhupada is telling even sannyasis. In the purport he
Yes,
writes
yes,
that
sometimes it's
sannyasi
like
has
that.
challenge, he can get married. Now who will accept it? No other sampradaya accepts like this.
Yeah.
Sannyasi going back to material life, finished. He is reject. But our purpose is not varna or ashrama. Naham vipro nacha narapati. So continue fight with Maya. So what you said is correct that the respect is offered. So many times I very honestly tell them that Prabhu, you are calling me Maharaj, but we are brahmacharis. We are not sannyasis. Because the expectation is very high. So we have to be honest actually in our this thing. So that's what because expectations are high and then they will not able to digest actually. And then the whole purpose is lost. Right? So we can be honest and know the purpose of what is what. What is the
Thank
purpose?
you.
Actually, my Guru Maharaj said to his senior disciples that why you want to take sannyas? He said, I took sannyas because of two reasons. Means I was given two options to get married or take sannyas. That's why I took sannyas. So Mahaprabhu's movement, sannyas is for preaching Krishna consciousness. So he asked all his senior disciples, are you any one of you have less preaching engagements? And if sannyas is given, then you will get sufficient engagements. They all said, Maharaj, we have more than enough preaching engagement. So why you want to take something which is very difficult to digest? So these were direct words. Because the prestige and the respect which is given is very difficult to digest. And this was spoken by him. He said that why you want to take this risk? Everyone, like Prabhupada quoted, na sannyasira alpachidra sarva loka gaya. So everyone looks at you with binocular for some things. So the purpose has to be kept in mind, and if Guru says you take, you take. If Guru says you don't take, you don't take. Just continue. The greatest preaching is to follow the order of Guru.
Oh, yes,
So
sir.
the
Thank
whole
you.
purpose is to spread Krishna consciousness. At the same time, the whole purpose is to follow the principles or strive to follow the principles. And
Yes,
only
Prabhu. Thank
when
you.
we are sincere and serious and exalted, then we can attempt for sannyas. Right? So that's how Prabhupada wants. So yes, Prabhu. So careful. Thank you for reminding me. Yes, Mataji had raised hand. You wanted to
Yes,
say
yes,
something?
yes, Prabhuji. Actually, I have one question which is related to previous verse.
Mhm.
And can you, Prabhuji, elaborate that paro
Which verse?
dharma bhayabaha? So actually, it is based on varna and ashrama, right?
Correct, correct.
So for that, we have to first recognize our dharma, means our varna,
Yes,
so that we can do our dharma properly.
correct, correct. Yes,
So how can we recognize our dharma? Yes, we are chanting. We should be in Krishna consciousness. That is right. But
yes.
while following this paro dharma bhayabaha, so can you elaborate this, Prabhuji?
Yeah, so very briefly I will say because it's important because Prabhupada said that 50% of my mission is to establish Varnashram Dharma.
Yes.
So sometimes we think that this is for the outsiders. Not for us. We are all transcendental devotees. But are we transcendental? And even if we are transcendental, we are in this metal body, which is a machine, right? So let us see what Prabhupada himself says. This is 5.1.14 purport of Srila Prabhupada. That Prabhupada is telling us this, that we should find out. You can see this. This is very important context. So I think I'm showing this screen. Yeah. So this is Priyavrat Maharaj, who was in Brahmacharya ashram and he was delighting there. He didn't want to take up the post of king. And Brahmaji was in need, so he has to take it up. That time he is instructing him that, my dear Priyavrat Maharaj, we are all controlled by the ropes of Vedic injunctions of Varnashrama. So that is the verse actually. Okay. So it's a very proper context verse in which what we are discussing. So please read this, Madam. It is best that you can read. Is it visible?
It is best, therefore, to accept the injunctions of Vedas which are mentioned in this verse as Yatvachi. In accordance with those injunctions, everyone should find out whether he is a Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, or Shudra and should thus be educated accordingly. Then his life will be successful. Otherwise, all of human society will be confused. If human society is divided scientifically according to Varna and Ashram, and if the Vedic directions are followed, one's life, regardless of his position, will be successful. It is not that Brahmanas will be elevated to the transcendental platform, but not the Shudras. If the Vedic injunctions are followed, all of them, Brahmanas, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas, and Shudras, will be elevated to the transcendental platform and their lives will be successful.
Yeah. So here Prabhupada, so this Prabhupada writes at many places. So I just showed you. Here very clearly everyone should find them. Means what? That we should have introspection. When we are engaged in Krishna consciousness and in our occupation, we should see that what activities I do naturally, what activities are little bit austere for me. I choose something. So there are indications because it's a machine created by the Lord, right? So Lord has made 4 types of machines and they have very many varieties in them also, but 4 main types are there. So that's what is the, so we have to introspect. Now, how do we do that? So there are some indications which are given in Shastra, like Bhagavad Gita itself, right? So Bhagavad Gita gives the guna and karma of that in the, which chapter he gives? Krishna on 18th chapter, if you see, he gives, right? So in short, once I think Shriman Chetan Charan Prabhu was giving lecture in Pune only. So there he was sharing this. So there are some indications which we can see in ourselves. So what is important? You see, some person is like Brahmanika. So he has absorption in gaining knowledge. He's always will be thinking about it. So he can control ideas. And he can take risk of, okay, कल क्या होगा खाने का, कल देख रहे हैं. He has dependence on Lord on the system, right? So this kind of where one can take risk, what one is absorbed in. So Kshatriya type person is absorbed in spreading his influence wherever he is. And he wants to control people. And he can take risk of his own life for protecting and caring for others. Then Vaishya is a person who is controlling money and animals. Very nice. His absorption is to make profit and loss. So naturally he will think like that. And he can invest money by taking risk because that's how he is empowered by Lord through that machine. And Shudras are absorption in finding security. And there is a lack of taking risk. So what they do is they serve all other 3. And they control things very nicely. Skilled is there, So like that, these are inherent, the 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 desires to control things, desire to control people, desire to control ideas, desire to control money, or absorption in knowledge, absorption in influence spreading, or absorption in profit and loss, or absorption in finding security, or risk taking ability, different, which I said. So these are something which are indicators. And there are more indicators, of course, which are given. So just one thing I would request you or other devotees also, because it's very helpful, because it has to be applied in our life and next generation as well, right? Because occupation means what? What you can do for 8 hours every day, and without any means you joyfully do it because it's your nature. You joyfully do, or you like to do, or you do it nicely also. It's not that you go with the current. Everyone is becoming this, I will also go. So they attain money, possessions, positions, everything, but the discontentment is there because the machine is different. They are doing something different. So midlife crisis and all those things are there. So best course of action is to start recognizing by identifying. And the simple thing is, the more heart becomes pure by practicing of Krishna consciousness, these things also one tends, what is this called? Swabha, or inclination, right? झुकाव बोलते हैं. झुकाव means what? Naturally one उधर जाएगा वो. He will tend to read, he will tend to control, he will tend to find out, oh, what is this cost of this? So like that. So it's a responsibility of even guides actually to observe it. So it is not as easy as finding out mm, the brand of a shirt. No, it's not so easy because it's internal thing. So it requires uncovering, it requires introspection, it requires some retrospection also. When we are already spent like 25, 30, 40 years. So we need to retrospect also. And more we are doing those activities for Krishna, because for Krishna all four can be done. That's what Prabhupada wrote, no? That everyone can go back to Godhead. But if he is doing something different, he will be confused and society will also be confused. And he will not be successful. Prabhupada said, right? So that's what, this is a very practical thing. And recently Mother Urmila Mataji had come, who is Srila Prabhupada's disciple. So she gave a nice seminar twice actually. So career dharma. Her current seminars are on that only. And there are more practical guidelines to be identified. So I would request, if some of you are having some inclination in understanding these things, they can hear some 1 or 2 hours of that lecture online, which is available. And she has written a book which is very elaborate, by which one can recognize oneself and guide others also. So this is very important, because Krishna is telling twice, right? Something you tell twice in Bhagavad Gita is very important. Having said that, it doesn't take away one's Sharanagati. Sharanagati is to Hari, Guru and Vaishnavas. So we are inclined to do whatever is told us to do, right? However, while doing that, we try to recognize this so that we can do it sustainably and with satisfaction and with quality. So Sharanagati has not taken away, because Sharanagati is the foundation. That, yes, I am a servant, I am ready to do whatever is told. But then servant is also having some abilities, right? So it's a combined responsibility of spiritual master or the guides and the individuals who are engaged in service of love. So that way, so these are few thoughts, Mataji, which can help in this direction, and it is good for everyone, for ourselves and our further generations also. Otherwise, the society is going in very wrong direction. Just like everyone is going somewhere in one field which is very famous, which is make money making. So that is not suggested. That's what Prabhupada didn't want that. So, okay. So these are few things about that.
Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna. This whole section, Prabhupada elaborates on Varnashrama, right? So this was in connection with the discussion. So yes, so text 27. And this, what is this confusion means what I should do, you know, what I should do for Krishna. So that confusion minimizes because, and when you act according to the nature, then others also appreciate that because they know that your machine works like that, nature.
We should do.
Huh?
We should do that things as per our nature, or we can guide other also, no, according to their nature during various services.
Correct, correct. Yes.
Yes.
So, but as I said that it can take time. Actually, this thing was happening naturally earlier times in Gurukula.
Hmm.
So the person will be there in Gurukul. He will do four things basically, right?
Hmm.
So the best part to understand is in a training, initial years of training of a person, right? So he would do four things actually, right? What four things? He will study the books. He will associate with others. He will see others doing other things also. And he will follow superior, whatever is. So, four things happen for some period of time. Then he's observing, he's doing, he's reading. So, all these things he puts together for few years. Then he can understand, Guru can understand, or guide can understand. So, it's a time consuming process in terms of as it is subtle, right? It's within.
Yes.
Generally, we go by this is not the liking which we like. Okay, I like gulab jamun. It's not like that. It's inherent of the body.
Yes.
It's not like mental platform in the sense of the term.
Hmm.
Right? So, so let us go ahead.
Thank you. Thank you.
So text 27. Right? Yes. तं मृत्युजः शक्रवधाभिसन्धितं विचक्ष दुष्प्रेक्ष असह्यरंहसं निवारयामासुरहो महामति न युज्यते अत्रन्वध प्रचोदितात्. Yes. Let's continue reading.
When the priests and all the others saw Maharaj Prithu very angry and prepared to kill Indra, they requested him, O great soul, do not kill him, for only sacrificial animals can be killed in a sacrifice. Such are the directions given by Shastra.
Yeah, so see, Ashwamedh Yagya has to happen properly, right? So if some killing happens there, then whole Yagya is gone. So here you cannot do killing. So this was the tactic of Shishupal. If you remember what was that Rajasuya Yajna? So Shishupal had a plan of destroying the sacrifice. That's why he planned to criticize Krishna there, and he was planning to attack also actually, so that sacrifice will not happen fully. And of course, Agra Puja, he was envious of Krishna. But Krishna knew his plan. So what Krishna did? Yes, anyone knows? What Krishna did? Of course, he killed him, everyone knows. But how Krishna managed that killing in the sacrifice? So here Puthu is told by this priest that don't kill him here. Because blood means contamination. Contamination. Actually, sacrifice means everything has to happen in a particular way. Otherwise, no result. Forget about no result. You will get opposite result. You get sin. Pratyavayo na vidyate we say. Na? So, neha vikarmana nashosti pratyavayo na vidyate. Swalpam apyasya dharmasya tayate mahatu. This applies to not the yajnas in the sense of if some mistake happens in yajna, no result. Or pratyavayo means opposite result you get. And one may get even sinful reaction. So they are warning him, my dear Puthu Maharaj, please Here only animals can be killed. Right? So what Krishna did, because Krishna is the best cheater. He wants to cheat. So Krishna sent Sudarshan Chakra and he cut his head in such a way that there was no drop of blood which fell down. So this was Krishna's expertise because he knew that sacrifice should go on. So sacrifice has to be done in a very careful way. So that's how they are warning now. So these priests are very expert priests. So they are warning him. Actually, Prabhupada makes this point everywhere that animal sacrifice means not animal killing for eating, but animal sacrifice shows the efficacy of mantra and efficacy of the chanters of mantra. So many times over that. So that's what Prabhupada says here. He gets a new life, etc. No one should ever be killed in a sacrifice meant for satisfaction of Lord Vishnu. How then could Indra be killed when he is actually worshipped in Yajna and accepted as a part and parcel of Godhead? So this is the logic they are giving. Therefore, priest requested King Prithu not to kill him. Now see what? Now they are going to tell him that actually we will chant something by which he will come in yajna and get finished. You don't have to kill. There is no contamination. Then Brahma has to come. Vayam marutvam iharthanashanam भयामहे तच्छ्रवसाह तत्विषम् आयातयामोपहरवैरनन्तरं प्रसह्य राजञ्जुहवामते हितम्. Yeah, please.
Dear King, Indra's powers are already reduced due to his attempt to impede the execution of your sacrifice. We shall call him by Vedic mantras which were never before used, and certainly he will come. Thus, by the power of our mantra, we shall cast him into the fire because he is your enemy.
Yeah, so they are giving ideas. See, so Prabhupada has given the reason which Brahmaji gave it here. How can Indra be killed when he is actually worshipped in Yajna, right? And he is demigod, right? So currently, so this is told to them by Brahmaji. Brahmaji chastises this priest actually. Because priests think that okay, not killing in this way, but we will bring him because he has lost power now. So we'll chant some mantras, but they are saying that we have never used it before. Right? So that we will use. So these mantras we will call Indra, who has lost his power, by fresh mantras, and without daily he will forcibly offer him into fire. The mantras have such power. So that's how they are trying to do. So this already I showed, right? So now the Prithu may ask, what is the solution for this now? He is not allowing us again and again, 2-3 times he stole the horse. So they say, okay. So we will Avahan mantras. Upa Havai means one mantras are there. Whose power is not worn out. So fresh, like that. So that mantras are chanted, then he can come. So though this particular Indra was an avatar of Lord and priests were not materialist, so priests were knowledgeable. They spoke in this way to show the nature of those following path of karma. So they lost their discrimination. That is being showed here. Right? So that is the point. That person in path of karma loses his discrimination and becomes blind. And this was the curse given by Nandi in Daksha Sabha also to Bhrigu and his followers, that you will be bereft of spiritual vision and your mind will be fully absorbed in karma and their fruits. You will do a lot of sacrifices. So actually, these kind of things were happening earlier a lot. There is one pastime of Shankaracharya. So Shankaracharya was traveling all around to establish the people back to Vedas. So he came across one Karma Mimamsa person. And so there are many stories, of course. So one I am telling. So one person, so this is not Mandan Mishra, that was debate and his wife. This is a person who is about to put himself in a sacrifice. And he made all the arrangement to burn himself and he goes and sits on the pyre. Not pyre, but the whole sacrifice. And he's about to put himself into it. Then Shankaracharya says, Arey, wait, I want to talk to you. So Karma Mimamsa philosophy means what? Their goal is just do Payasa Karma and go to Swarga and enjoy. And you may tell them that, how much time you can enjoy. Chine Punya Marte Lokam Vishanti. They will say, okay, no problem. We'll come back, again do Payas Karma, again go there and enjoy. So where is the problem? So that is their philosophy, which was spoken by Krishna in Govardhan Leela. That these demigods, Indra and Devatas, they have to give us the fruits of our karma. No, they are forced to give. So that is Karma Mimamsa philosophy. So Krishna also spoke this philosophy, which is not fully true actually. So they believe it. So Shankaracharya was wanting to convince him that Prabhu, he wanted to convince him for deeper philosophy, right? So, but he said, no, I am sorry, you are too late. I am going to Swarga. And he put the fire. And he was fully convinced, and of course, he went to Swarga for enjoyment. But it was temporary thing, actually. So that's the problem. So such people were existing. The discrimination is lost, although they are following Vedas. That's why Yamimam Pushvitam Vyacham Pravadanti Avipaschita. So this whole lesson, so that's why you see fourth canto is refuting the Karma Mimamsa. It's all sacrifices and problems because of sacrifice. So Yajna is doing that. That Vedic life is good, life of sacrifice is good, but one should not be attached. One should be focusing on Shravanam and Kirtanam along with Vedic way of life. Otherwise, Vedic way of life also can make a person attached, like Daksha, like no clarity, like Atri Muni in the beginning. No clarity about who is God, what is his form, no clarity. More interest is my desire only. Right? So such personalities are there. And havocs happened because of that. Now here is the havoc created by Yajna. So this is the complexity and competitiveness and enviousness of the path of karma. So that's what was the teaching. So these priests were good, but they spoke with the purpose to show the nature of path of karma. That intelligent people also become blind. So and then examples are given. Just as Brahma becomes blind by lust and runs behind the daughter, which was not this Brahma, Shiva becomes blinded by anger to kill the Cupid. So the nature of Indra, who is avatar of Vishnu, is revealed to have some envy or crookedness. And this is all for the purpose of teaching. Right? So that's how Vishwanacharya Thakur is writing this important part. So Prabhupada is saying, so don't do such attempts now. Just engage in Sankirtan. However, for creating faith in people, that's why Prabhupada in opening of Vrindavan temple and all our temples, we do the Yajna also. But the main thing is Harinam Sankirtan, Harinam and Harikatha. Right? For faith should be there. But for making authentic other things, that's why it is required. So now they started chanting mantras. Ityamantra kratupatim vidurasyar twijorusha srugrastanjuvato bhetya swayambhuva prasyasethata. Yeah. Please read two more
My
verses.
dear Vidura, after giving the king this advice, the priests who had been engaged in performing the sacrifice called for Indra, the king of heaven, in a mood of great anger. When they were just ready to put the oblation in the fire, Lord Brahma appeared on the scene and forbade them to start the sacrifice.
Yeah. So see, this is Brahmaji's attention. So Brahma, he appears to sit at one place in meditation, and that is true. But he is completely aware where what is happening. Because Indra is under him, right? So he is coming at the very crucial time and stopping. Hey, stop, Baba, what you are doing? So Brahma appears at right time. So many places you can see that. So Privrat Maharaj case and many other cases he comes. So that's his absorption in his bhajan and absorption in his seva. So both he has to do. So he comes at right time because he is responsible, right? He has to protect Indra also, right? So Lord Brahma appeared there because they were about to put the oblation by using the ladle and mantra, and then Indra would have come immediately. So, and Puthu also agreed, right? Because Puthu agreed for that because of anger. So now Brahmaji is chastising the priests. Navadhyo bhavatam indru yajnyo bhagavattanu yajigam satha yadnena yasyishtantan navah suraha. What for you last?
Yes. Lord Brahma addressed them thus: My dear sacrificial performers, you cannot kill Indra, the king of heaven. It is not your duty. You should know that Indra is as good as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Indeed, he is one of the most powerful assistants of the Personality of Godhead. You are trying to satisfy all the demigods by the performance of this yajna, but you should know that all these demigods are but parts and parcels of Indra, the king of heaven. How then can you kill him in this great sacrifice?
So Prabhupada is giving almost the purport only in the translation itself. He's making us also understand through the words of Brahma. So how can you do that? He is asking. So you cannot kill. Body of Lord means Indra, like Indraya Swaha Idam Namo means Bharat Maharaj would think this is arm of the Lord. So they are Deva Narayanangaja. Like that Brahma only says in Brahma Samhita. Not Brahma Samhita, his prayer actually. Deva Narayanang Angaja. So Devatas represent different bodily parts of Virat Rupa. So that's what, how can you do that? So that's what, so Vishwanath Chakur Thakur writes everything in his purport, which Prabhupada puts in the translation one. Yeah. Tadidam pashyata mahad dharma vyatikaram dvijaha indrenanushtitam rajnyaha karmaitat vijigham sata. Yeah, now someone else can read. Yes, Bhaja Hari Prabhu can read. Possible? Prabhu, unmute yourself.
In order to make trouble and impede the performance of King Pruthu's great sacrifice, King Indra has adopted some means that in the future will destroy the clear path of religious life. I draw your attention to this fact. If you oppose him any further, he will further misuse his power and introduce many other irreligious systems. Very well.
Oh, thank you, Prabhu. So, this is the mature way of dealing. What he is telling, see, I understand your problem, but you are keep on forbidding him, he will create more and more sampradaya, apasampradaya. So, you don't do that. So, Brahmaji is the greatest authority and he knows nature of different people. So, he knows that if I tell Indra, he is not going to stop. That's why he's telling the priest who can understand and Prithu Maharaj now, who can also understand. It's like, no, one, two children are there, one is very young and other is very mature. So fight happens even if the child is having the mistake, but the parents will tell the elder person, actually you control yourself, This child cannot be. Means I am not making Indra as a child, but given an example. Now Indra is not going to stop, and you are going to start further religious systems more and more. So, see the great disruption of dharma that Indra has caused by desiring to obstruct. So, adharma will increase by his dress. See how adharma has become factual in this kingdom. So, this is what Prabhupada has put in the translation itself. He has adopted so many means for adharma. So, please stop. So, because now Brahmaji is only going to deal with this situation, right? So he is telling them, first you stop. So they stop. Pratho kirtehe prathor bhuyat tarhi ekon shatakratuh alam te kratuver srishtair yad bhavan moksha dharmavit. Now he is turning to Prathu because he pacified the priest. Now he is speaking to Prathu Maharaj. Yes, Prabhu, please continue.
Let there be only 99 sacrificial performance of Maharaj Prithu. Lord Brahma concluded. Lord Brahma then turned towards Maharaj Prithu and informed him that since he is thoroughly aware of the path of liberation, what was the use of performing more sacrifices?
Yeah. So he is very clearly telling that now you stop, right? Please stop doing this because you are moksha dharmavit. Maybe Indra is not like that, but you are like that, right? So why you are doing like this? So he's saying, just give me a second. Yes. So what he is telling, you stop sacrifice, do 99 only. Pruthu Kirte Pruthur Bhuya. Don't worry, you will be famous without doing the 100th also. Pruthur Bhuyat means let it increase. Your fame, let your fame be increase. And then he told him that since he knows the moksha, yad bhavan, hey Prithu Maharaj, you are respectful. You know moksha dharma with means you know what is more important. And I know why you are doing sacrifice. You don't want to become Indra. Neither you have any selfish motivations. You are doing for your praja only. So your purpose will be solved. Don't do because your activity is creating envy in Indra. So you be 99 only, so he will be peaceful, he will not be insecure. And your fame will be spread more than doing 100th one. You do 99 only, no problem. So that's what, as I said, that Brahmaji is telling a person who can fully understand, right? What is used in performing more sacrifices? So like that, he is telling. Prithu of great fame should perform only 99 sacrifices. So Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says, what are you suggesting I to do? So Prithu Maharaj asked Brahma. 99 is a great number, Prithu. This will give him greater fame. So instead of doing 100, if you do 99, you will become more famous than Indra because you agreed to stop. By this, the fame will be complete. This will happen because of my blessings. So Brahmaji is intending that. He is saying, Prithu Prithu Kirte. Now you be obedient to me and you will be more famous than Indra actually. The number 99 is specifically mentioned being one short of 100. That number is perfect for Prithu. Though the vow was incomplete, by blessings the 99 become perfect. Having spoken to the priest, Brahma then addressed Prithu. These sacrifices are not necessary for him. So Prabhupada also elaborates this principle, right? So Brahmaji came and why he was doing. So as Prithu Maharaj was concerned, he was a great devotee of Lord, right? So you will see his devotion in future. Such nice. Now Lord Vishnu is going to appear because Prithu Maharaj stopped. Right? The way he dealt with the situation. So it was not necessary for him to pursue. So you are a devotee, my dear Brahma. Brahma is telling Prithu, you are such a wonderful devotee. Why you did sacrifice? Don't do this. So such ceremonies are known as karma, and there is no need of for a devotee in transcendental position to execute them. So that is what is he saying. Then Prabhupada, the ideal king, he has supposed to do sacrifices, but compromise was therefore to be worked out. So as a duty, see there is two things here. There is individual and there is duty as a king. Raja Dharma. So he has to do Raj Dharma also, and he has to do individual Dharma also. So compromise was done. By the blessings of Lord Brahma, King Prithu would become more famous than King Indra. So you will not be bereft of what you were kind of intending. Of course, he was not having any selfish motivation. But that what you will achieve by 101 will come to you by my blessings, Brahmaji still. So that's how the blessings of Brahma. So that's the whole thing Prabhupada elaborates actually. So going further, maybe first part we can read. Lord Brahma came down to so there was a great competition. King Indra to satisfy his senses, and he started doing it. And then Brahma, actually competition means what? Even Prithu also became angry, na? He was also attacking him, right? So that way. So let us go ahead. नैवात्मने महेन्द्राय रोषमामर्हतुमर्हसि उभवापि हि भद्रं ते उत्तमश्लोकविग्रहौ. Yes, Prabhu.
Screen is not sharing.
Yeah, I'm share. Yeah.
Hare Krishna. Lord Brahma continue. Let there be a good fortune to both of you, for you and King Indra are both part and parcel of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Therefore, you should not be angry with King Indra, who is non-different from you.
Yeah. So this is the verse which I showed actually earlier. That now Brahmaji knows that actually you are also Shaktavesh and he is also Leela Avatar. So let there be good fortune for both of you. Naiva Atmane Mahendraya. Roshan, you should not become angry at Indra because who is Indra? Indra is also Leela Avatar. Ubhava api bhadramte. Let there be auspiciousness for because Uttama Shloka Vigraha. Both of you are the Supreme Lord's incarnation. Yeah, text 24. Then what happens? Masmin Maharaja Kritah Smachintam Nishamyamasmadvach Adritatma Yadhyayato Daivahatam Tukartum Mano Atirustam Visate Tamondham. Yes, Prabhu.
My dear King, do not be agitated and anxious because your sacrifices have not been properly executed due to providential impediments. Kindly take my words with a great respect. We should always remember that if something happened by providential arrangement, we should not be very sorry. The more we try to rectify such reversals, the more we enter into the darkest region of the materialistic thought.
Yeah, so this is a very amazing verse actually, which is telling that we should not be too much attached. If some impediment comes in something by providence, if we are very much attached to do it, then what will happen? Mano atirustam vishate tamandam. The more we try to go against the providence, more we enter into darkest region of materialistic thought. So this is why we have to see the hand of providence. And what to speak of only providence? When one starts practicing Krishna consciousness, Krishna's hand is also there. So providence includes karma and maya. But when one does devotional service, then Krishna's hand is also there. So he wants to teach us something. If we don't try to learn that and try to retaliate, try to take revenge and just go on attacking, becoming very angry. So he is now teaching Prithu Maharaj. Can you imagine? He is giving lecture to Prithu Maharaj. So kindly take my words with great respect. This is all due to providence. So don't. And so Lord also is going to speak something similar. So here Brahmaji also gives that lecture here. So here Prabhupada says, sometimes saintly or very religious person also has to meet with reversals. So such incidents should be taken as providential. Actually, Mr. N episode was so difficult for all the devotees, but Prabhupada continued. Although there may be sufficient cause of being unhappy, one should avoid counteracting such reversals. For the more we become implicated in rectifying such reversals, the more we enter in the darkest region of material anxiety. Lord Krishna has also advised us in this connection that we should tolerate things instead of becoming agitated. So this is what Matra Sparshastu Kaunteya Shitoshna Sukha Dukkhada Agama Apayino Anitya Tan Stitikshasva Bharata. So Arjuna was told, that's what Prabhupada is telling. Krishna also told. So reversals is the name of game in the material world. So we have to deal with them with the right perspective. Right? So that's what he is teaching. And I think there are few verses remaining. Maybe, no, there are many. So now Lord appears gradually. So just few more verses will take one. Kratur Viramatmate Kratur Viramatam Esha Deveshu Duravagraha Dharma Vyatikaro Yatra Pakhandair Indra Nirmatai. Yeah, please read.
Lord Brahma continue, stop the performance of these sacrifices, for they have induced Indra to introduce so many irreligious aspects. You should know very well that even amongst the demigods, there are many unwanted desires.
Yeah, so now he is telling about nature of Indra. So the Vedic things have induced Indra to introduce so many religious aspects, right? So now you know that Indra has such unwanted desires. So now you don't do that. You are better situated. So actually, why he's saying, so Prithu may say that actually you are stopping me, right? Why don't you stop Indra? You stop Indra, na? You can do that. Why you are not stopping Indra? Go and stop Indra. But he says, no. Among devatas, he is very stubborn. So Brahmaji is above all of them, right? So Brahmaji knows who can hear, who cannot hear. So he cannot be stopped. So Prabhupada saying there are many competitors in ordinary business affairs, karma, and it is even karmis must be envious because he wishes to enjoy the material pleasures to fullest extent. That is the material disease, right? So there cannot be competition. So Lord Brahma's purpose was to end the competition between Indra and Prithu. And Prithu was devotee, so he was requested to stop. So that Indra might not further introduce the religious system. So that's how Brahmaji is very mature in dealing here. So there cannot, the mentality of selfishness is there. Yeah. एभिरिन्द्रोप संसृष्टैर्पाखण्डैर्हारिभिर्जनम् एवि चक्ष्वैनं यस्ते यज्ञधृग्गच्छ्वमुट्. Yes, please read.
Just see how Indra, the king of heaven, was creating a disturbance in the midst of the sacrifice by stealing the sacrificial horse. These attractive sinful activities he has introduced will be carried out by the people in general.
Yeah. So now this is deeper maturity of Brahmaji. He's telling, see, if you don't stop, then he will not going to stop. Already he has created so many adharmic sampradayas, right? He has introduced in society. Now you want to increase that or what? So this shows the disturbance created by his stubbornness. So he's stubborn in the previous verse. Now he is creating so much problem. So Haribihi means those who are attractive. So Yamimam Pushpitam Vacham, right? So very attractive, fragrant words of Vedas, but they will go away. So he has already created so much. So Yad Yad Acharis Prabhupada, it's a big purport here that the Indra was one of the leaders,
Yes,
right?
yes.
So he will create a sampradaya like that. So Prabhupada writes a big purport. So anyway, so we will pause here because it's already 4:35 and we will continue. So we're not able to complete now, it will take more time. So we'll do the needful in future. So we'll pause here for today. Nantara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila
Jai.
Prabhupada ki
Hare
jai.
Bol. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
I
Yes,
have one question, Prabhuji, and not
हाँ,
actually question.
हाँ,
Actually, I wanted to say कि here in Bhagavad Gita, Duryodhan is behaving against dharma. So Krishna advised him to Arjuna to kill him.
yes,
Huh? And
yes,
opposite to that, here in Bhagavatam, Brahmaji is saying to who is in the side of dharma, Prithu Maharaj, to stop yajna. And means this is something opposite to that.
yeah, it appears like that, yeah.
So
How to understand?
someone can ask like this. So how can we
Okay,
elaborate or
yes, so see here that level of adharma which was done by Duryodhana and Dhritarashtra is consistent. And it was creating more and more adharma. So Krishna has to appear to kill all of them together. But as I said in the beginning also, that Indra's life is not like that. Most of the time he is doing right things on.
Yes.
Sometimes he does some mistakes like this. And Brahmaji being his superior, he understands his nature. Stubbornness. But he has taken a responsibility also, right? As Indra, actually Devatas have great responsibility and control. So most of the time he is not doing adharma. And here he is doing adharma for sake of continuing his service. He thinks that actually, I am Indra, he will take my post. He wants to continue there. And Pruthu also is not interested to become Indra, right? Pruthu is doing for as an ideal king. So Brahmaji, knowing the both consciousness, he is dealing with the situation properly. And he is not telling Indra because Indra is not going to hear. So he is telling Prithu Maharaj.
Yes.
Because he is a devotee. So that way we can understand that there are different ways of dealing with material desires. So when it goes to adharma level consistent, then serious action.
Yes.
When it is curable, then education.
Yes. Means Duryodhan was a demon. So
Yes.
there was that only one.
And Krishna tried, na. See, Shanti Dut is what? Try was given there also. Now you see in the story, now Lord Vishnu is going to come with Indra. Because Brahmaji is executing will of Lord. So now Lord Vishnu takes Indra with him and tells Prithu Maharaj, please forgive Indra. So because they are all in line with Lord's will. Although like Indra may have personal desire, but he has taken up responsibility. So Lord Vishnu supports him And then he gives lecture to Prithu Maharaj. But that lecture is meant for whom? Indra.
Yes.
So that's the way the communication is done by the
Yes.
Supreme Lord. Because they are all devotees, right? Indra
Yes.
is a
So,
devotee. Prithu Maharaj is a very exalted devotee. So
yes.
leki bole sune lage kind of thing.
Yes. Or we can say that there are different arrangements from the Lord for demons or non-devotees and for devotees. You know?
Correct.
Uh,
Yes. And both of them are for good for each of them.
yes.
By killing Duryodhan and party, he is doing good for them.
Them. Yes. Yes.
Because
Definitely.
Lord is all good. His killing is good. His intervention is good. His,
Yes. Yes.
his kissing, his killing, and everything is good only.
Yes.
It's
Yes.
all good only because he has to deal with it.
Yes.
Right?
Definitely.
So that way. So Lord is dealing in a very amazing way.
Correct. Correct, Prabhuji.
So
Yes.
that I hope
Very
it
interesting.
clarifies.
Very nice. Okay. Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Thanks
Krishna.
very much for bringing that comparison. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Grantharaj Srimad Bhagavatam.
Jai.
Jai. So